What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about some insane Madden 23 Ultimate Team changes you will not believe. Just go ahead, sit down, get your popcorn ready. I'm going to get you through everything as soon as possible, just so you have all the updates and some of the things that you may find very, very exciting. So, pretty much the Field Pass, we already know that the Field Pass is free. And here at GmiasWorld had already figured out what it was going to be about. I was 100% accurate with the way they were going to do it. The screens that I showed you, when it showed you the accumulation of your yards, sacks, fumbles, stuff like that, it's all the same thing, and you're going to have the opportunity to be able to get free players and things like that. Now remember, the one thing that we didn't know is how they were going to break it down. It's 3 primary types. So it's 3 field passes. You got season, competitive, and ultimate team program specific passes. All right, so starting with the seasonal, the field pass has 60 levels of rewards, ranging from coins, packs, uniforms, and even a high overall player item. So it seems like they're still going to have the levels. I'm going to bring that up for you guys in a second, and I'll let you guys see what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen as far as the way that they are revamping the cheating system that a lot of people use to reach that max level. I do assume there are going to be a lot of bans going on if people get to that level within 3 minutes. All right, guys, so regardless of the way that you do it, just be very careful with that, because I know a lot of my viewers, I had to help them get unbanned early on in Madden 22. So be very, very careful with that, because I don't know how they're planning on working that situation. Just don't put yourself in it. Try to grind the game the way you're supposed to, and you should be all set. So this is the way that the screen is going to look. You can view all the field passes, and pretty much what's going to happen with that is you'll be able to see all 3. All right, so you have the regular seasonal, you have competitive, and then like headliners is one of the Mutt objective-based field passes. Again, 100% free. Once it drops, I'm going to walk you through everything. If you're like a newbie to Madden Ultimate Team, do not feel intimidated by all the stuff that EA Sports is doing. It's not something that's supposed to make you be intimidated. It's pretty much they're trying to simplify things that were going on prior, but in certain cases, the way they explain it is not always easy, and I try to make it easy for everyone. So just understand that there are 3 different brackets, all right, and we're going to go through them, and that's the way it's going to go. It's going to go seasonal, competitive, and it's going to go program related for Madden Ultimate Team, so you'll get used to seeing that very soon. One of the good things we see, Coach Madden, he's back. As far as his upgrades, I don't know. Looking at it the way that it is, maybe they brought it back to the old school because the coach did pass away. RIP to Coach Madden. So they may have brought him back from the old school days where we get all of the things and the attributes and the speed from him. I'm going to give you guys a quick spoiler. There's no more speed added to the strat cards. We'll get to that in a second. So that's like a real quick alert to let you guys know that. So maybe they added it back to John Madden. I don't know yet. We'll figure that stuff out as we come along throughout this video. All right. And then finally, this is what I showed you guys. Remember when if you guys go back to my video in June, when you guys told me about the Field Pass, and I just assumed, what would EA do with the Field Pass? Like, how would they make it work? And we were spot on. I showed you the screen. They're pretty much going to track your stats, and you're going to get a culmination of however you do it. You're going to get rewards based on that. All right, so that's pretty much what they're doing. There's nothing, extensive to it. There's nothing that's crazy about it. That's all that they're doing. Nothing else is going on in that regard. All right, so that's like the seasonal aspect. Now, the competitive pass, which will be available at launch, it's going to have specific things to the competitive mode. All right. The rewards have the coins and packs that you would expect, but in addition to that, you will have a high overall player item that you'll be able to get. So they brought back something like, you remember when we used to get those like tokens from playing head-to-head and stuff like that? Well, they're trophies. You're going to now be able to do certain things where you can get stuff from playing competitively. Solo battles and Mutt Champions will continue to reset weekly, and the competitive pass will be refreshed on a bi-weekly basis, and it'll give you ways to earn rewards. So everything will be laid out for you, how you're going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I check the reward screen, because I'm pretty sure, based on the way that it goes, a lot of what they're doing is just trying to track what you do. So if it's not realistic with the time frame, they can say, oh, yo, that's fishy activity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at and getting right now, because everything is being completely tracked in different regards. So you guys probably going to have to be a little bit extra careful not to get banned this year. All right. So obviously, we already know about the headliners. I spoke to you guys about that. The program has specific field passes that will have their own rewards and objectives. Competitive pass and program specific passes will help you make progress on the seasonal field pass. So everything you do competitively goes to the seasonal pass, which makes sense because that's going to be the 60 levels, similar to the Mutt levels that we have now. All right, and they're saying every 60 days they'll be able to do that. All right, so here goes the Mutt Champions, which is pretty much weekend league. All right, now this was really hilarious to me when they said we focused on major quality of life improvements. That made me laugh because we've all been stressed out playing, weekend league. That was just hilarious, but it has nothing to do with what they're actually doing. Something that you want to point on, that I want to make a point on, is that you can play any day of the week, and it resets on Monday, and you will still be able to play 25 games per week. So that is huge. So it's no longer Thursday till Monday, whatever, at 10:30 a.m. You have all week to do it, but you get a max of 25 games, and it resets every Monday. That is beautiful, but one of the things you got to know, you got to get champ entry tokens to enter weekend league now. All right, so you got to understand when you make progress on the competitive pass, you'll be able to earn these tokens. But I just want to let you guys know, because usually we just went right into weekend league. Now they're giving us another way to, that we have to go and get into it by getting champ entry tokens. So that means that you have to go through the competitive field pass to be able to get those tokens, to then get into, weekend league, which is now called Mutt Champions. So that situation is going to be a little bit intense for those of my viewers that don't really play competitively. We're going to have to find ways to make sure that you can enter, because the rewards look really, really good. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to get your rewards as soon as it's done now. So you're not waiting until Monday like that. That's a real interesting thing about this new Mutt Champion situation. This is the way the Champs entry token is going to look, but they wanted players to get their rewards instantly based on their performance in Mutt Champions. So you won't have to wait till the following Tuesday. You will receive your Mutt Champion rewards immediately after your game is complete, which is very, very huge. And then lastly, with the sets, we got to get to the strat items, but sets are going to be a lot easier to do now, because when you look at the item manager, you can see from the side, you can go right to the sets from it. So you can add the players and do different things the way that you want to do it, and then it'll tell you, which players go to the set, how many players, and you're going to have a lot less clicks. And it looks like that's what they were trying to do, because they actually say they wanted to reduce unnecessary friction, but also reduce the amount of button presses needed to complete a set in Madden NFL 23 from upwards of 80 all the way down to 3. So it'll be a lot less stressful to have to keep going click, 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 click. You can go to your item manager, and simply it'll be accessible from the binder. This is a W. Let me get some W's in the chat. It's so much easier. We've been asking for this for so long, and it looks like this is one of the things that they were able to do with server space from taking away the power-ups. Now, they do briefly talk about, the power-up situation and stuff like that, and they let you guys know that some of the cards that you get back, which is the BND tag that they had on some of the things, it'll be account-bound items, which means that you only can use it there, and that's it. It's only for your binder, and they'll have a reduced quick sell value. Moving right along with competitive play, there's some stuff about solo battles. All right, you're going to be able to get, 4 fresh solo battles to play each day, up to 28 games per week, and earn rewards with that. So that's great news for all of my players that don't want to go to head-to-head seasons. And also, head-to-head seasons will now be 8 games total with the Super Bowl. That's great. And for Mutt Draft, they've removed the ranked. So there'll be no more ranked Mutt Draft. And nobody was really playing it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The power-up system, like I just said, was taken away. So that's all set. That's all gone. They talk briefly about the things I've already spoken about as far as, adding abilities to the cards. And then finally, with strategy items, it's going to be specific to specific parts of your defense, offense, and special teams. And again, they've removed the speed boost from any core strategy items. So those are the things that you need to know right now. I'm very excited to talk to you guys in the chat. Drop your comments, drop your likes, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Enjoy your day. One love, y'all.